everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Now, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how to survive an internship in LA, and this is particular for people that aren't from LA. I made this video because it's almost been a year since I found out that I got my internship with VH1 in Los Angeles, and being from DC, I was super excited. LA's always been my dream place to live, and to have that opportunity was awesome. So in all this excitement, I scoured the internet thinking, wait, how am I going to live, eat, get around in LA? I know nobody there, and I was really confused. So I went to the internet and I didn't really see many videos like this. So I've been planning on making this video for a long time, but I just never really got to it. And now that I have a lot of friends that saw my experience, have their own internships out in LA, and they're asking me how to navigate the scene, I think it's time for me to put this video out there so that you guys can all get the tips that I've had. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. The number one thing you're going to have to remember when you're in LA is you're going to have to remember that you are a broke college student. When I was first thinking about going out to LA, my mind just filled with all of these things that I wanted to do. But going out maybe, you know, every week, twice a week, something like that you would do back at home is not going to be feasible while you're out. So just keep in mind that you have to track your dollars. Again, you don't have the coin, so let's keep that in mind moving forward. Got it? Cool. Housing. I think housing for me was really important because I knew that I wanted to stay in an area that had younger, you know, people that were my age. So I immediately looked at UCLA, Pepperdine, and all these schools have portals where they cater to people that are coming from across the country that are staying in LA for an internship. So I was really easily able to find some college students through the UCLA portal, which is in Westwood. Westwood is very safe. It's nice and clean, and there's an Urban Outfitters there and a Panera. And so all kind of like your basic college town. So you'll be in a place surrounded by other college students. So that just, you know, makes you feel a little bit safer. And you also, you know, won't be living in an apartment next to like 40-year-olds who have families and things like that. Go on Facebook. I know my college, the University of Maryland, has a housing portal for people that are looking for housing. So check out, you know, wherever your location is, even if it's just the Los Angeles area. Go on Facebook, see what kind of postings are up there. Next, transportation. And so I know this is a big thing because people always say that you need to have a car while in Los Angeles, and there's almost no way I was driving my car across country to LA, and I wasn't, you know, renting a car again was going to be a really expensive option, and so I had to make it work. What I did was I got a handy dandy bus trip card. It works on the trains, it works on the buses, and luckily, again, being in that Westwood area of UCLA's campus, it's a central location for a lot of buses coming in and out and going to places in the greater Los Angeles region. So luckily for me, my internship was in Santa Monica. It was a quick 30-minute, if that, bus ride down. It cost $1.25. Getting around was pretty cheap, and I could take that bus straight from my apartment down into Santa Monica to where I worked, and if I wanted to go further, I could go down to Santa Monica Pier and go to the beach, all for $1.25. I was also able to get to a lot of tourist attractions via bus, and that saved a lot of money not Ubering around, because when I did want to Uber out to, like, you know, clubs at night, it's got pretty pricey. So having that bus trip definitely saved me a lot. Food, the most important, food. How am I eating? So I think one of the greatest things about having the internship out there was it actually helped me eat a lot better, because I couldn't waste money on like junk food and eating out and like treats and things like that. So what I did is I got a nice little Ralph's card, and I would grocery shop every 2 weeks. Everything I ate, I cooked myself. I packed a lunch to work. Yes, packing a lunch to work. Of course, you know, I wanted to treat myself every so often to go out to dinner with some friends, something like that. But for the most part, I was cooking my own food, and that helps in terms of saving costs tremendously. I also stopped drinking anything that was not water. Even if you're going to go out to a nice restaurant, if you get the cute little water, that saves you like $2, $3, whatever. Everything's adding up, so that saved me a lot of water. And the thing, side note about LA, we have water stations everywhere, but their water stations are these immaculate setups that are infused with lemon and mint and strawberries and cucumbers and all these things. So that water was like very refreshing, despite the fact that California California's in a drought. So next, leisure. Okay, so I'm talking about saving all this money, but when I decided to go out to LA, I didn't want to just go out to LA, go to work, come back home, and do nothing. Even though I was broke, I still wanted to have a good time. And I think Los Angeles is a great city for having fun on a budget because there's so much you can do. You're always 30 minutes away from a beach somewhere in Los Angeles, and maybe this is just my personality, but I loved going to the beach. Window shopping is still free, so you can go in and look. You don't have to buy because we're saving money, but it's still fun to like go and window shop. You can take a bus to Rodeo Drive and Beverly Hills and all of these things, and once you get off, it's free. I actually remember going to Universal Studios to meet up with a friend there. I took a bus, and from Westwood, I think that bus was like an hour long, but I also didn't mind it because not being from the area, it helped me just see new things being on the bus and get familiar with different places. And so bringing it back to number one, remember that you do not have the money to be spending up and down. Also, just remember to have fun, and this will not be your last time in LA. I am wishing that upon you. I wish that for you, that this might be your first, but it will not be your last time in LA, and you'll go back when you have a little bit more money to spend on like a true trip. So don't feel like you have to do everything and you have to see everything. Definitely get the experience that you need. I'm happy to answer any more questions that you may have, but just remember, stay on top of your finances and you can still have an awesome time in LA. And I wish you the best of luck at your internship or whatever you're doing in LA. I'd love to hear about it, so let me know. Bye.